steam above my cup appears and then is gone. A little shape the morning draws before the room moves on. Sunlight on the counter as soft steps across the floor. Nothing has to be explained, still I feel a little more. Maybe memory isn't loud, maybe love can't stay this way. In the warmth before the window, in the quiet part of day. Your name in the steam, fading slow, silver and thin. I don't try to hold it still, it lingers on my skin. Like a song too soft to keep, but too tender to forget. Your name in the steam is the closest thing to spring I've met. Someone opens up the blinds and pale gold fills the room. Outside, bicycles and trees begin their gentle noon. I remember how you smiled without trying to be seen, how the air around your voice made the smallest moments clean. I have known the ache of loss, I have known the rush of fire. This is something calmer now, a softer kind of desire. Your name in the steam, fading slow, silver and thin. I don't try to hold it still, it lingers on my skin. Like a song too soft to keep, but too tender to forget. Your name in the steam is the closest thing to spring I've met. If the cup grows cold in time, if the day turns clear and wide, I will keep that little ghost where the quiet feelings hide. Not enough to break the heart, not enough to leave a scar, just enough to warm the place where the gentlest memories are. Your name in the steam rises once then disappears, but the hush it leaves behind stays with me for hours here. Like the light that touches glass, then becomes the room itself. Your name in the steam turns an ordinary morning into hell. Above the cup, then out of sight, still it stays. Like morning light. Rain writes softly on the glass, light waits pale behind the gray. Nothing in the room is certain, still the dark has thinned a shade. Coffee breathes between my hands, wooden tables hold the hush. Outside tires kiss the street, inside time forgets to rush. I have lived in either storm or open blue, but this morning teaches me there are gentler ways to move. Somewhere between rain and light, my heart learns a quieter sky. Not fully healed, not breaking down, just breathing where the hours lie. And all the weight I carried in begins to loosen drop by drop. Somewhere between rain and light, I find a place I do not have to stop. rises then disappears, like a thought that settles out. I don't need the sun all at once, I don't need the clouds to leave. There is comfort in this middle, and what morning lets me be. No bright ending, no clear sign, no sudden turn to make things right. Only this half-open weather and a room that feels alive. Somewhere between rain and light, my heart learns a quieter sky. Not fully healed, not breaking down, just breathing where the hours lie. And all the weight I carried in begins to loosen drop by drop. Somewhere between rain and light, I find a place I do not have to stop. If the afternoon grows louder, if the streets lose all their shine, I will keep this tender balance folded somewhere deep inside. How the day did not demand that I be brighter than I am. How the rain and light together made enough of where I stand. Somewhere between rain and light, I become more soft and strong. Not a different kind of person, just less afraid to carry on. And all the shadows in my chest do not need to disappear. Somewhere between rain and light, I can finally stay right here. Rain on the glass, light in the room, neither too far, neither too soon. The grinder stops, the room goes clear, the spoon lies still beside the cream. Sunlight gathers on the board like it's waiting with me. One chair moves across the floor, a jacket slips from tired hands. Nothing has begun just yet, still something understands. There is a kindness in the hush before the voices find their shape, like the day is holding space for the heart to reawake. In the pause before the music starts, I can hear my soft heart. Not a melody, not a line, just a breath becoming mine. And all the things I could not name settle lightly where they are. There is healing in the stillness, in the pause before the music starts. Outside the crosswalk blinks awake, a bus leans into morning rain. Inside the cups are stacked in rows, and the light stays thin as lace. I have spent so many days filling every quiet part. Now I let this silence stay like a hand around my thoughts. No big answer enters and no bright turn across the blue. Only this suspended moment, making room for something true. In the pause before the music starts, I can hear my softer heart. Not a melody, not a line, just a breath becoming mine. And all the things I could not name settle lightly where they are. There is healing in the stillness, in the pause before the music starts. If by noon the room grows loud, if the world comes rushing through, will keep this tiny opening folded somewhere warm and true. How the calm arrived before any song could lead the way. How the silence knew my shape before the sound could say my name. In the pause before the music starts, I become less hard to hold. I remade and I repaired, just a little less alone. And all the weight I carried in loses some of what it was. There is peace already waiting in the pause before the music starts, before the first note, before the day. Something quiet learns to stay. The table near the green window always holds the softer light. Leaves reflected in the glass turn the morning mild and kind. A cup cools slowly by my hand. Someone writes 2 seats away. Nothing in this little corner ever asks too much of me. I have walked through louder rooms, I have worn more hurried days, but this place keeps time so gently that my heart begins to change. The table near the green window knows the shape of quiet well, not by keeping out the whole world, just by letting it grow still. And the thoughts I bring in restless, learn to loosen one by one. At the table near the green window, morning stays a little longer than it should. Rain once tapped along the frame, now the branches shining blue. A bicycle leans outside as if waiting there with me too. I have chased too many answers through the noise of what comes next. Here I only need the silence and the warmth the wood has kept. No big sign, no sudden turn, no grand story to become. Only how this place receives me, like I've already made it home. The table near the green window knows the shape of quiet well, not by keeping out the whole world, just by letting it grow still. And the thoughts I bring in restless, learn to listen one by one. At the table near the green window, morning stays a little longer than it should. If the afternoon grows crowded, if the streets turn hard and bright, I will keep this small green refuge folded somewhere in my mind. How the light moved through the leaves, how the room did not pretend, how a place could hold me softly till I felt like me again. The table near the green window still remembers how to wait, and the parts of me once hurried do not have to race the day. There is peace in familiar corners, there is grace in something new. At the table near the green window, even being quiet feels like home. Green in on the glass, light on the wood, the table stays, and so does the good. Gathered in your eyes, soft as light on window lines. Nothing in the room grew loud, still the air turned clear somehow. Coffee warm between our hands, pale gold resting on the wood. And the day I could not carry suddenly felt less than it should. No bright sun across the sky, no grand word for what I knew. Only how the hush grew kinder every time I looked at you. Morning gathered in your eyes, warm and quiet, open wide. Not a fire I had to follow, just a place where I could hide from the weight I wore too long, from the noise that stayed inside. Morning gathered in your eyes and taught my heart to rest a while. Someone opened up the door, a breeze moved softly through the room. Outside bicycles and rain passed in silver under blue. I have loved the louder kind that burned fast and disappeared. This was gentler than a promise, more like calm arriving near. No need to name forever now, no need to ask the morning why. Some feelings bloom without a sound, the way the first light fills your eyes. Morning gathered in your eyes, warm and quiet, open wide. Not a fire I had to follow, just a place where I could hide from the weight I wore too long, from the noise that stayed inside. Morning gathered in your eyes and taught my heart to rest a while. If the evening turns uncertain, if the old gray reaches through, I will keep this little brightness like a room that still holds you. How you never tried to save me, still the ache became less wild. How a look could hold such daylight, how my heart grew soft inside. Morning gathered in your eyes, still and clear and close enough. Not a dream to hide or reach for, just a very human love. And the part of me once guarded does not need to run and hide. Morning gathered in your eyes and left its light in mine. kind of gold, a little thin. Coffee cooling near the books, quiet gathering in. Nothing in the room is special, nothing made to be admired. Still the air begins to open, like a heart that's getting tired. I have waited for a change big enough to make me know. Now I see it comes more slowly, like a shade beginning to glow. A slow bloom in an ordinary room, that is how the healing starts. Not with fireworks through the ceiling, just with light across the dark. And the parts of me once folded do not open all at once. Still there's something softly growing in this ordinary room. Someone shuts a distant gate, a scooter hums below the hill. Steam has vanished from the cup, but the window keeps me still. I have carried too much pressure to become some brighter self. Now I let the morning meet me as I am and nothing else. No bright sign on every surface, no gray music in the blue. Only how this plain old quiet starts to feel alive and true. A slow bloom in an ordinary room, that is how the healing starts. Not with fireworks through the ceiling, just with light across the dark. And the parts of me once folded do not open all at once. Still there's something softly growing in this ordinary room. If by evening I feel smaller, if the old doubts come in soon, I will think of how this morning made a garden of the room. How the plainest things around me held more mercy than I knew. How the day did not transform me, still it helped me make it through. A slow bloom in an ordinary room, now the silence feels less bare. Not because the world is kinder, but because I let it near. And the part of me still waiting does not have to force its spring. There's a little life still opening in this ordinary room. Nothing rare, nothing grand, still the morning touched where I am. Curtains lean into the breeze, like they know a secret spring. Nothing blossoms all at once, still the room begins to sing. I have lived with careful hands, holding every fragile thing. Now the morning moves so slow, I can feel my shoulders sing. No thunder, no sudden blue, just a softer kind of view, like the world is telling me I don't have to hurry through. When the window learns the wind, something quiet starts within. Not a promise from above, just a heart letting the light come in. Little by little, day by day, little by little, day by day. Winter slips and drifts away, I don't need to force the bloom. When the window learns the wind. steps on the narrow street. Coffee signs begin to glow. Someone laughs below my room, and the sound feels warm somehow. I used to think that healing came like a door thrown open wide. Now I know it comes like this, a gentle shift from deep inside. No grand turn, no shining scene, still the air is changing me. Every breath becomes a thread, sewing coming to the seams. When the window learns to win, something quiet starts within. Not a promise from above, just a heart letting light come in. Little by little, day by day, little by little, day by day. Winter slips and drifts away. I don't need to force the bloom. When the window learns the wind, if tomorrow stays unclear, if more shadows visit near, I will leave the curtains wide. I will let the morning hear all the parts I used to hide, all the names I gave my fear, and the air will carry them somewhere thinner, somewhere clear. When the window learns the wind, something brighter settles in. Not a miracle, not a sign, just a kind of state of mind. Little by little, day by day, I can feel the frost give way, and my heart becomes the room. When the wind becomes the room, when the window learns the wind. Curtains breathe, morning stays, nothing rushed, still I change. Wind moving through white curtains, soft enough to miss at first. Morning laying pale and patient on the edges of the room. Nothing in the air is asking for a brighter kind of start. Still the fabric lifts and settles like a breath inside my heart. I have lived in tighter weather, held too still for far too long. Now the smallest motion tells me something gentle can be strong. Wind moving through white curtains, that is how the day gets in. Not with thunder, not with answers, just a quiet shift of skin. And the parts of me once guarded loosen where the light has been. Wind moving through white curtains teaches me how soft can begin. A cup cools slowly on the sill, branches shine beyond the glass. Someone down the street is sweeping, making rhythm, making space. I have looked for sudden healing, for a sign I could believe. Now I trust the kind that enters without asking to be seen. No grand bloom across the skyline, no loud turning what I knew. Only this awake stillness and the room becoming true. Wind moving through white curtains, that is how the day gets in. Not with thunder, not with answers, just a quiet shift of skin. And the parts of me once guarded loosen where the light has been. Wind moving through white curtains teaches me comes back through. I will keep this tender motion folded in my memory too. How the cloth rose like a whisper, how the air knew where to start, how the world did not grow louder, still it reached the hardest part. Wind moving through white curtains, now the room feels wide enough. Not because the walls have opened, but because I've let in trust. And the morning doesn't need any more than this to live. Wind moving through white curtains is enough to teach me how to give. White curtains, morning air, nothing's certain, still it's there. Branches hold the palest green, morning waits in silver air. Nothing in the garden speaks, still I know that spring is there. On the fence the dew stays still, on the path the light is thin. Some things do not bloom at once, some things bloom beneath the skin. I have asked the day too much, I have tried to hurry time. Now I let the silence tell me what is ready will arrive. Flowers not yet open, still they lean toward light, still they keep a quiet promise through the cool and fading night. I don't need to see the petals to believe in what they hold. Flowers not yet open, teach my heart to grow slow. To grow slow. Cups are warming on the tray, someone hums behind the door. From the street a bicycle bell rings and then is gone once more. I have lived on restless clocks, measuring what I should be, but the buds beside the wall do not bloom impatiently. So I breathe a tender cold and I watch the morning rise. There is mercy in beginnings that do not announce their life. Flowers not yet open, still they lean toward light, still they keep a quiet promise through the cool and fading night. I don't need to see the petals to believe in what they hold. Flowers not yet open, teach my heart to grow slow. Grow slow. If the sky stays gray till noon, if the wind returns too near, I will trust the hidden color waiting softly underneath. Not all beauty comes in brightness, not all healing comes in bloom. Some arrive as patient roots, making room beneath the room. Flowers not yet open, still they turn toward day, still they carry spring within them, even while they hesitate. And the part of me that trembles does not need to bloom on cue. Flowers not yet open, tell me I can wait here too. Not yet open, still alive. Morning holds them, till the time is right. Turned tender first before my heart could say a thing, before the light grew warm enough to call itself by spring. Coffee leaned its quiet steam up between the cups and glass. Nothing in the room was different, still the heart of feeling passed. No one named the change out loud, no one asked what it might mean, only how the silence settles somewhere softer in between. The air turned tender first, and I followed after that. Not through thunder, not through longing, just through where the morning sat. And the distance I had carried lost a little of its weight when the air turned tender first. Something in me learned to stay. A page moved lightly in your hand, the window held a silver tree. Someone set a cup down slowly, like a note in minor key. I have trusted sharper feelings that arrived and left me bare. This was slower than a promise, more like kindness in the air. No sudden bloom across the street, no bright answer in the blue, only how the room kept opening without asking me to choose. The air turned tender first, and I followed after that. Not through thunder, not through longing, just through where the morning sat. And the distance I had carried lost a little of its weight when the air turned tender first. Something in me learned to stay. If by evening I grow guarded, if old weather fills my chest, I will keep this small beginning like a warmth I can revisit. How the world did not grow louder, how the moment did not try. Still the air became so gentle that I let my heart reply. The air turned tender first, then the rest of me gave in. Not to sorrow, not to fire, just to being held within. And the part of me once restless does not need to run away when the air turns tender first. Even silence feels like grace. Nothing changed, still it did. The air turned soft, and so I live. Lying resting on your sleeve, soft as something not yet said. Coffee cooling by your hand, window gold along the edge. Nothing in the room is trying to become a grander scene. Still the morning feels more open where your quiet meets the light. No sudden bloom across the sky, no bright music in the air, only how that small reflection makes the whole room feel more clear. Light resting on your sleeve, that is all, and still it stays. kind of gentle feeling that can carry half a day. Not a fire, not a promise, not a word I have to keep. Just a morning leaning softly into the light upon your sleep. Someone closes up a book, a chair moves once across the floor. Rain from earlier on the glass turns to silver, then no more. I have loved the louder brightness that arrives and disappears. This was calmer than a confession, and somehow more sincere. No need to name what this may be, no need to ask the hour why. Some things enter like a color and remain without a sign. Like resting on your sleeve, that is all, and still it stays. Like the kind of gentle feeling that can carry half a day. Not a fire, not a promise, not a word I have to keep. Just the morning leaning softly into the light upon your sleep. If the evening grows uncertain, if the city turns too bright, I will keep this small reflection folded in my mind like light. How it touched the cloth so lightly, how it changed the air for me. How a simple kind of beauty could feel this quietly complete. Light resting on your sleeve, warm and pale and clear enough. Not a dream I have to follow, just a very human love. And the part of me once guarded finds no reason now to leave. There is peace in little details, like the light upon your sleeve. On your sleeve, morning stays soft and gold in quiet ways. Steam curls up between our hands. Morning settles without plans. No one says a single word. Still the room feels gently hurt. Dust and gold along the shelf. I can finally hear myself. Not in sadness, not in fear, just a quieter kind of clear. Outside, the city starts to move, but in this little light, something in me softens too, and turns the dark to white. There is a light between the cups, a calm that slowly wakes us up. Not a fire, not a flame, just a warmth that knows my name. If the day comes in too fast, I will let this moment last. In your silence, in your touch, there is a light between the cups. Window shadows cross the floor, like they've been here once before. Spring is resting in the air, in the way you leave me space, in the softness of your face. I don't need the world to change, just this nearness staying strange. Sweet and simple, warm and true, like the sky has opened through. The noise can wait beyond the glass. The hours don't need to run. For once I'm not afraid to ask if peace can be this one. There is a light between the cups, a calm that slowly wakes us up. Not a fire, not a flame, just a warmth that knows my name. If the day comes in too fast, I will let this moment last. In your silence, in your touch, there is a light between the cups. Maybe healing doesn't shine like a summer in full bloom. Maybe it arrives this way, breathing softly through the room. Maybe love is nothing loud. Maybe love is staying near, till the heart that used to hide finds a place to reappear. There is a light between the cups, a calm that slowly wakes us up. Not a fire, not a flame, just a warmth that knows my name. If the clouds return again, I will find this light within. In the quiet we made up, there is a light between the cups. Steam fading into day, still I feel it stay. Small ripples in the park late, morning circles made of light. A paper cup warms both my hands. The wind moves by, but not too wild. Bench is still with dew at rest. Joggers quiet on the path. Nothing in the sky is trying. Still the blue begins to last. I have chased the louder change. I have waited for a sign. Now I watch the water answer in the smallest moving lines. Small ripples in the park lake, that is how the heart can heal. Not all at once, not like thunder, just enough to make it real. And the stillness doesn't break here, it just learns a softer shape. I can breathe a little easier with the ripples on the lake. A bicycle leans by the rail, pedals gather near my shoe. Somewhere children laugh too early, and the sound comes clean and blue. I have carried too much silence, like a stone beneath the skin. Now the morning takes it lightly, as the little waves begin. No grand bloom across the trees, no bright ending to explain. Only sunlight on the water, making room inside my day. Small ripples in the park lake, that is how the heart can heal. Not all at once, not like thunder, just enough to make it real. And the stillness doesn't break here, it just learns a softer shape. I can breathe a little easier with the ripples on the lake. If by evening heavy if old thoughts return too fast. I will keep this moving stillness like a calm I know can last. How the water held the daylight, how the wind refused to force, how the smallest kind of motion could become a kinder course. Small ripples in the park lake, that is how my morning changed. Not by turning into summer, just by feeling less afraid. And the peace I thought was fragile turns out deeper than it seemed. In the circles on the water, something quiet reaches me. Small ripples, morning white, paper cup, and soft blue light. The rain was resting on the rail, morning leaned against the door. You brushed the drops from off your sleeve and didn't say much more. Inside the cups were giving heat, the window held a silver gray. And somehow in that quiet room, the sharpness left the day. You did not try to mend the sky, you did not try to make it clear. You only stayed in gentle ways until the air grew easier. We kept the weather gentle, you and I, without a sound. Not by changing all the clouds, just by softening the room around. And all the hours that felt too cold lost their edge when you were near. We kept the weather gentle, and my heart could rest in here. A spoon turned slowly in your cup, streetlights faded into dawn. The trees outside were barely green, but winter's grip was almost gone. I used to think that love would come like lightning splitting something wide. Now I know it can arrive as a calm I step inside. No grand rescue, no bright display, no sudden answer from above. Only the way your silence held enough space for breathing love. We kept the weather gentle, you and I, without a sound. Not by changing all the clouds, just by softening the room around. And all the hours that felt too cold lost their edge when you were near. We kept the weather gentle, and my heart could rest in here. If the evening turns uncertain, if the old winds start to rise, I will think of this small shelter built from kindness, not advice. How we never had to force any sun into the air. Still the morning found its warmth simply because we were there. We kept the weather gentle even when the sky stayed gray. Not by asking spring to hurry, just by letting it remain. And a part of me once braced learns a softer atmosphere. We kept the weather gentle, and I wanna keep keep it here. Gray at the window, warm in the cup. Nothing was louder, still it was enough. Paper sun upon the table, folds of light in quiet gold. Through the glass the branches tremble, spring is young and barely told. Spoons and cups in little echoes, breathing softly through the room. I have carried too much weather, now I let the morning bloom. Nothing asks me to be more than a heart that's learning slow how to stay inside a moment, how to loosen what I hold. Paper sun upon the table, thin and warm and bright enough. Not a sign to chase forever, just a small and tender love. All the noise I wore so long lays its tired shoulders down in the light that doesn't hurry. Paper sun, stay with me now. Someone writes beside the window, someone smiles into a call. Leaf shadows drift across the sugar, then disappear along the wall. There was once a louder answer I believed I had to find. Now I trust these softer hours for the peace they leave behind. No dramatic sky above, no sudden hand to pull me through. Only light across the wood grain, turning ordinarily true. Paper sun upon the table, thin and warm and bright enough. Not a sign to chase forever, just a small and tender love. All the noise I wore so long lays its tired shoulders down in the light that doesn't hurry. Paper sun, stay with me now. If the afternoon grows crowded, if the street begins to blur, I will keep this square of brightness like a line I once had heard. That the heart can heal in pieces, that the day can hold them all. Not with thunder, not with fire, just with light across the wall. Paper sun upon the table, soft and steady, clear and kind. I don't need a bigger heaven for the morning to feel right. All the parts of me that raced find a gentler way somehow. In the glow that asks for nothing, paper sun, stay with me now. On the table, on the wood, morning lands, and it is good. A slow blue outside the glass, morning traffic moving past. Someone waits nights beneath the tree, someone folds a paper map. Inside the wooden chair is warm, coffee rings beside my hand. I can hear the city breathe, but it cannot rush this calm. There's a distance in the pain, soft enough to make me stay. Like the world can keep on turning while my heart delays the day. A slow blue outside the glass, soft and white and never fast. All the noise can blur beyond it, I don't need to follow that. Hear the hour leans and laughs, like a song with gentle gaps. There is peace in being still, with the slow blue outside the glass. A bus sighs at the corner light, leaves are trembling, pale and bright. On the shelf a shadow moves as the sun climbs inch by inch. I have spent so many days trying hard to outrun thought. Now I let the window keep all the answers that I'm not. No one calls my name in here, nothing asks me to explain. Only light across the tabletop and a sky the color of change. A slow blue outside the glass, soft and white and never fast. All the noise can blur beyond it, I don't need to follow that. Hear the hour leans and laughs, like a song with gentle gaps. There is peace in being still, with the slow blue outside the glass. If by noon the streets grow sharp, if the way comes back too soon, I will keep this tinted silence like a small and private room. Not a place to disappear, not a dream I'm hiding in, just a kinder edge of morning where I let the calm begin. A slow blue outside the glass, still and clear and softly fast. And the parts of me still restless do not have to heal so fast. Hear the breathing spaces are real, hear the light knows how to last. I can rest without a reason in the slow blue outside the glass. Outside the day goes on, inside the blue stays soft. Morning spilled across the floor, thin as milk and pale as pea. Nothing in the room was new, still the weight in me decreased. A kettle sighed, a curtain swayed, footsteps crossed below the stairs. And somehow all the little sounds began to feel like they were care. Not because the sky turned white, not because the past was gone. Only something in the hour stopped insisting I be strong. The day learned to be kind, soft around the edges of my mind. Not by changing what it held, but by holding everything more light. And all the things I feared would stay lost a little of their size. The day learned to be kind, and I could finally rest inside. Coffee dark against the cup, a page bent under patient hands. Outside trucks and bicycles move through rain that barely clung. I have lived through sharper days where each minute pressed too hard. Now this gentle common morning feels like mercy without words. No bright answer overhead, no grand meaning in the blue. Only how the room and daylight made the heaviness less true. The day learned to be kind, soft around the edges of my mind. Not by changing what it held, but by holding everything more light. And all the things I feared would stay, lost a little of their signs. The day learned to be kind, and I could finally rest inside. If by evening I grow restless, if the old ache fills the air, I will keep this tender version of the world that met me here. How the ordinary carry more than I had known it could. How a day with nothing special still could turn my heart toward good. The day learned to be kind, and I grew quieter inside. Not repaired and not forgiven, just more willing to be alive. And all the rooms I walk through now hold a softer shade of light. The day learned to be kind and left a little warmth behind. Nothing changed, still it did. The day was gentle where I live. We sat until the sky grew pale, and then a little more to blue. Coffee rings beside our hands, light moves slowly over you. Nothing urgent crossed the room, nothing asked us where to go. Still the hours gathered round, like they understood us both. No bright moment split the day, no big turning point appeared. Only how the quiet lasted long enough to feel sincere. We sat until the sky grew pale, and all the noise grew far away. Not because the world grew softer, but because we chose to stay. And the air between our words became a place that felt like home. We sat until the sky grew pale, and I forgot to feel alone. Outside, a bicycle passed twice, leaves kept shining at the curb. Someone folded down a blind, someone laughed and then was gone. I have known the hurried kind of closeness that burns out too soon. This was slower than a promise, more like light across the room. No forever in your voice, no demand to name the day. Only how your steady presence made the silence wanna stay. We sat until the sky grew pale, and all the noise grew far away. Not because the world grew softer, but because we chose to stay. And the air between our words became a place that felt like home. until the sky grew pale, and I forgot to feel alone. If by evening we must part, if the streets turn cold and clear, I will keep this length of morning folded somewhere bright in here. How the time did not rush past us, how the calm refused to break, how the simplest kind of nearness could become so much by staying. We sat until the sky grew pale, then warmer still, then almost cold, and the part of me once guarded did not need to brace or hold. Not a vow and not a rescue, just a peace that slowly grew. We sat until the sky grew pale, and the day felt kind because of you. Cup by cup, light by light, we stay long enough to change the sky. After winter, the same street, shops unlock and buses breathe. Rain marks fade along the curb, pale sun reaches through the trees. Nothing here has really changed, still it doesn't feel the same. Even the familiar corners call me by a kinder name. I have walked this road before, with a colder kind of heart. Now the morning finds me softer in the ordinary start. After winter, the same street looks a little more alive. Not because the world is different, just because I've changed inside, and the weight I used to carry doesn't fit me quite the same. After winter, the same street feels like somewhere I can stay. At the cafe near the crossing, wooden window light remain. A chair scrapes once a cup is placed. Someone smiles and looks away. I have waited for a season to arrive and make me new. Now I know it came in pieces, in small mornings I lived through. No loud thaw across the sky, no bright anthem in the blue. Only how the old road met me, like it somehow always knew. After winter, the same street looks a little more alive. Not because the world is different, just because I've changed inside, and the weight I used to carry doesn't fit me quite the same. After winter, the same street feels like somewhere I can stay. If another cold should find me, if the gray returns someday, I will think of how this morning still knew how to hold its shape. How the street did not need fixing, how the light did not pretend. Still the way I walked within it made the season start to end. After winter, the same street, still and clear beneath the sky. Not a miracle behind me, just a gentler way of life. And a part of me answer I arrive. You don't hold me like a question. You don't pull me out of place. Morning settles on the table in a slow and patient grace. There's a kindness in your silence, in the room you leave around. Like love does not have to tremble just to make a faithful sound. I have known the tidal waves, hands that feared what they might lose. Now I'm learning something gentler in the quiet next to you. There's a softer way to stay than hold it on too hard, and trying to become the sun for every shadow in the dark. It's in the cup between our hands, it's in the light that does not sway. There's a softer way to love, there's a softer way to stay. Outside, someone sweeps the pavement, branches lean against the blue. Inside, steam and pale gold window light keep the morning clean and true. I don't need a grand forever spoken like a perfect line, only how your calm keeps meeting all the restless parts of mine. No bright promise on the wall, no dramatic kind of grace, only how your nearness teaches my heart not to brace. There's a softer way to stay than hold it on too hard, than trying to become the sun for every shadow in the dark. It's in the cup between our hands, it's in the light that does not sway. There's a softer way to love, there's a softer way to stay. If the evening turns uncertain, if old weather fills the room, we don't have to fix the whole sky, we can let the dark pass through. And keep one lamp beside the window, keep one warmth that knows our names. Maybe love is not the rescue, maybe love is how we remain. There's a softer way to stay, and I can feel it in us now. Not as fire, not as thunder, just as something we allow. And the part of me once guarded doesn't have to be afraid. There's a softer way to love, there's a softer way to stay. Softly now, no need to prove. Stay this way.